It all started during lockdown when I disappeared into my shed and I built my first whirligig. And before long, I was making 10 a week, 25 a week, 50 a week, and I was selling them on eBay and to friends all over the place. Made a fortune. Anyway, if you want to see how to make whirligigs, just look at this series. They're in no particular order, but I cover all things: how I finished up with my final design, how I make the hubs, how I make the propellers, how I design them. It's all there. All you have to do is watch, and you too become a millionaire like me and retire to Barbados and lay on a sandy beach with all the money you earn making whirligigs. Only joking.
Let's show you a selection of hubs. I started with a sheet of wood, a nice tight grain so it doesn't split. What I did use was things like this, pieces of old shelving, which you can pick up from the scrap merchants. There's always old laying around. And we cut these into, I think, 60 by 60 squares. Is this a 60 by 60? Yeah, 60 by 60 squares. Like that. Hole in the middle. We then took the circle out to get the hub. And again, I will show you this at the end, but we'll just run through it quickly. So we then finished up with the hub. We then cut the slots in like that. And lo and behold, when you get your blades, hopefully they will fit into the hub. There we go, look at that, that's even quite a good fit. There's no glue. Obviously we glue them in, and I do drill a little hole there and put a screw in. I can show you what I prefer screws in the dowel. Here's one that I made earlier in blue, and as you can see we've got screws in there, and that is, it's quite light. It's just only had one coat of paint on it, needs another coat of paint. We do them, another one very similar, that's the red one. Whatever colour you want. I'm thinking of just standardising the colours. Right, so what I'm going to do now is switch down for a few minutes and we'll go over and see if we can show you how we do actually make the hubs. Right, so we're over to the bandsaw now, and we're going to cut the hub out with a square piece of wood. So what I've made up is a jig, as you can see. Very professional job, cost an absolute fortune. And it just lays on the bed like that, perfectly square. We then take our square hub and we lay our hub onto the screw, and as you can see it goes right up to the blade. We put the blade, whatever it's called, I don't know, will that go underneath it? No, not quite, so we'll just lift that up just slightly. There we go. That is it. Right. Okay. Well, we're going to put the bandsaw on there. Obviously it'll make a bit of noise. There we go. there's our hub. So we'll now take this over to the sander and we'll just straighten the hub up. So there we go. There we have one hub. All we've now got to do is just put the slots in, ready for the blades, and we'll show you how to do that next. Well, thank you very much for watching the video. If you'd like to support my channel, you can do so by obviously sharing and liking and subscribing to the channel. But even more, I'd appreciate it more if you'd love to buy me a cup of tea so I can dunk my biscuits into. Would be greatly appreciated. Follow the link in the description. Thank you.